Hey everybody, Captain Hooch here. And I've got my friend Sarah, also known as Goddess Estrella. She's got a cooking channel on YouTube, pretty small but pretty good. So she lost a bet with me and had to cook for me. She'll be having a video on her channel of what she made. I will link that in the description below. But my friend Sarah is certified for driving emergency vehicles. She'll tell you more about that. So I figured, what the hell? If I was going to help her do a cooking video when she lost the bet and had to cook for me, maybe she could play a little bit of Elite Dangerous and see how she handles the SRV, being a emergency driver. So, have at it, Sarah. It's all yours.
Now, as Hooch explained, I'm a certified emergency vehicle operator. This is also referred to as EVOC, or EVOC, EVOC. Just means emergency vehicle operator certification. I am certified Class 1 and Class 2, and that means I can drive everything from a police cruiser all the way up to an ambulance or SWAT van, or the smaller fire vehicles. Although like big ladder trucks and shit like that I can't do. Okay, Hooch, I asked for a challenge. Yeah, needless to say, if I were transporting a patient in this thing, they would be toast.
Now just slap them in a cargo container, they'll be alright. Get up that ridge right there.
What, that ridge over there?
Yeah, that one on the right.
Okay.
Just gotta get some good momentum going.
Dude, I've got this throttle maxed.
You're hitting about 32 meters a second. Brain's a lot rougher when you get up close to it. Okay, now, when you start falling, use your thrusters to help slow you down. Try to keep it level. Oh, and you're upside down.
Nope, I just popped a mega wheelie.
And I think you bounced.
Awesome.
There's a crater down there on the right. Not much of one, on Pork Valley.
Yeah.
Looks like something's hit here. Oh boy. Try hitting the handbrake to regain control when you start drifting.
Oh no, drifting's fun.
Oh. She's not lying. We have friends who are afraid to get in a car with her. She is the most terrifying, safe driver I know, because she drives everything like it's an ambulance going through a life or death emergency.
I don't always run code 3 traffic.
Bullshit. I have ridden with you enough to know that okay, maybe not every time, but 9 times out of 10. The fact you get away with as many speed, not, what am I trying to say? You get away with not having a speeding ticket every day you go out, blows my mind.
Oh, so your cousin's a cop. Okay, so. Lucky dice. We were called to a residence. No, when we got there, no one answered the door, so we knock. Call out EMS. No one answers. We check the knob. The door's unlocked. We open the door. Knock. Call our EMS. We get a faint cry from the back saying, "Back here."
But isn't this the air freshener, not Lucky Dice?
Oh no, both of them start that way.
Oh.
We get back to the back bedroom of the residence. And there's a woman who is laying on the bed, and she says, "I've got a problem." And, okay, what's the problem? She won't say anything from my partner, who is male. So I get him to leave the room, and she goes, "Okay, I'm a gamer. I just got a new set of dice, and I was doing my own little personal ritual to make them lucky dice." I said, "Okay, what's the ritual?" She goes, "Well, I shove them up my VJ and I masturbate on them."
Go on.
Okay. I'm a gamer too, but I don't usually shove dice at my twat.
Usually?
Okay,
I don't want to know, Sarah.
I've never shoved dice in my twat.
Look, I don't want to know. You and Trevor are already living on enough about this life. I know more than I need to.
I think I'm about to kill the scarab.
Yeah, okay. Let me show you how to do that, okay?
Okay, anyway, lucky dice. Anyway, she tells me she tells me about her little ritual. Anyway, apparently she managed to retrieve all but one of the dice. The D4 was stuck.
That's gotta be the most painful one to lose.
So
I wouldn't know. I don't have a vagina. I'm assuming you'd agree with me, though. Is my assumption correct? That's gotta be the most painful one to lose.
I would argue most likely.
Well, maybe if you had a D3, that would be worse. Then again, it's kind of cylindrical, so it might be alright unless it gets in there sideways. Anyway, continue before we get gross. As if we're not already getting that territory. Sarah?
Yes.
Go on, continue.
Okay. So we get her loaded up on the cot. We get her loaded up on the cot. Oh,
there's a crash navigation beacon. That's for reach. Careful before they start shooting at you, but now you know how to shoot back.
yes. I've exited the defense perimeter.
So you're fine. They won't kill you now. They'll only think about it. There's a button right here on the stick. If you hit that while looking at something to that red triangle, you click it and you now target it. That'll help with your aim. You shot it down! Good job! Yep, I need to charge some batteries.
Any chance you could? Is there any way to salvage that beacon?
Well, what you can do is drive up to the beacon, okay?
Here, I actually have to go slow.
Okay, now when you see that you're able to target it, go ahead and hit that button I showed you that I used to target the skimmer.
Which button?
It's the one right here at your index finger on the side of the stick. You have much smaller hands than me, so it might be a stretch for you to reach it.
Do I need to stop?
Just get closer. Do things like this you can't do from very far away. See, now you can activate it. Now, what you can do is you can use your data scanner. So what you want to do is on this thing right here, pull this towards, see how I'm pulling it towards me? You see how that bar down there is filling up? That's your data scanner. You can scan data points like not turrets, but like beacons and stuff like that. You gotta hold it until the scan's complete. And what I can do then is I can take the scan data, and whoever that scan data is valuable to, I can go sell it to them. It'll give me a mission to go do that. It's usually not worth it because it's very little money, but that's what you can do with those. They're just basically driving around lucky extra cash.
Okay, so do I need to do anything else with it?
No, I mean, shoot at it, drive away from it, whatever you feel like doing. Shooting at it won't do anything, but you can totally shoot at it. So is this helping with your desire for road rage?
I'd say so.
Okay, so anyway, back to Lucky Dice. Now she had the D4 stuck up inside of her?
Yes.
Okay.
So we put her on the gurney and take her to, put her on a stretcher, take her to the ER. Because there were no female nurses on staff that night, I had to stay with her. So OBGYN comes in, he tells her that he tells her that the D4 is stuck in her cervix.
Oh.
More specifically, a mucus plug, which most women get when they're pregnant. Well, one ultrasound later shows that she was about 3 months along with twins.
Twins, I forgot that bit. I thought it was just one.
Yeah, so and they had to very carefully extract that D4, because if they didn't do it, because if they weren't very careful, they could possibly abort the kids.
That sounds terrible.
Yes. Well, the whole time she's going through her mind, who could Daddy be? Well, we're like, okay, you're about 3 months along, so what, so who were you seeing 3 months ago? And she says, I wasn't seeing anyone, but me and my gaming group had kind of a drunken toss-up at Halloween. And it was 4-on-1.
Somebody got a critical hit.
Or a critical fail, however you want to view it. So she's laying in the ER. She calls up the other 4 members of her gaming group, and they all show up at the ER. She tells them what's going on. She winds up with a 1 not me, 1 are you sure, and 2 marriage proposals.
Awesome. Did they ever find out which one was a daddy?
I do not know.
Let's do the 4th of July grill.
Okay.
The Army medic, please.
Army grill. Okay. Bunch of idiots decided, we've got a shit ton of fireworks, not enough, our property's not far enough or big enough for us to get far enough away to set these off safely. What are we gonna do? Their answer: set them all on the grill at one time and light the fuse. After combining all the fuses. Now, we can imagine what happens from there.
I used to live in Myrtle Beach, and there was a fireworks store on, like, literally every street corner, and I have a lot of experience with these things. I already know what's gonna happen. 25%. Remember how I told you to fix the hole? You're good.
Anyway.
Okay, anyway, go on.
As I said previously, idiots plus fireworks plus grill. You can see where this is going. Kaboom.
Did they close the lid on the grill?
Thankfully, no. That would have made it worse. The shrapnel was bad enough as it was.
Shrapnel?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys get the call and arrive on scene.
Right. Now, with me is a very experienced paramedic who is former Army. We arrive on scene. Now, when you are an EMT, the 2 things when you arrive on scene, you get there and it's BSI, or body substance isolation. In other words, you got your safety gear on and your gloves and everything like that. And is the scene safe? It looks like a war zone happened on the front lawn of this trailer.
Oh, it was a trailer?
I told you the property wasn't big enough for them to move away, to back away safely. Anyway.
We live in the South, by the way. The American South. It's,
okay, if your viewers can't tell by my accent, it's their own damn fault.
Yeah, and you can never tell by my accent. It's because I learned not to do it. I'm sure I have a little bit in there, but I've tried really hard not to have it.
Anyways, it looks like a war zone happened in the front lawn of this freaking trailer. And there are 3 idiots laid out in the yard with powder burns, pieces of metal, and other such implements of ouch.
Implements of ouch.
Well, the only thing that the ex-army, the former army medic had to say about this was, I've seen less collateral damage in Iraq. So we had one guy open laceration to the abdomen. That was making sure we got him. And at this point, it was triage. Well, we called for more trucks, but it was, you know, triage and take the worst one first. Now, when you're an EMT, you have to, you know, every call is either a load and go or a stay and play. These guys were, two of these guys were load and goes, one was a stay and play. Now, the guy that was the stay and play, he was lucky because he decided to get a beer out of the cooler about the time the fireworks went off. So the beer cooler got the worst of it.
Lucky time for a beer. This is why I drink, people. Sometimes beer saves your life. Remember that. But you know, don't drink this stupid shit. Okay. And the other two guys?
The other two guys, one had a huge laceration to the abdomen. We did our best to stabilize him for the other truck, and the other one, for the other ALS truck, the other guy that was a load and go had a piece of metal jammed into his femur right across the artery.
It didn't hit the artery, but it was near it.
No, it hit. We were applying a tourniquet to stop the bleeding.
Okay, do you have any follow-up on these people? Did they all survive?
Oh yeah, all three survived. One lost a leg.
Oh, let me guess, the artery guy?
Yep.
Which leg?
Left.
Whole leg or just part of it?
Up to the hip.
Oh man.
Because because it wasn't just the embedded piece of metal and the severe laceration.
What's up ahead here?
That's the same exclusion zone I hit earlier.
Oh, okay. You've looped back around. Okay.
Yep.
So, go on with the leg guy?
Oh, yeah. But he had bits of metal and all other sorts of shrapnel in his going all the way up to the groin. So he lost a leg and a testicle.
Oh! Ow! Don't say that with a man standing behind you, Sarah. Come on. So while we're waiting for the ship, versus driving an ambulance, how's the SRV?
Again, I really don't have any inertial feedback or vibratory feedback. So it's really, it's kind of apples to oranges.
Oh yeah, well, you can only do so much.
Yeah. But it's fun. Honestly, I think I could have done a whole lot better if I actually had some true sensory feedback, where I could feel the inertia as I'm making the turns, or some vibration as I'm going over the terrain. Because honestly, a good 80% of the way I drive is the feedback that I'm getting from the vehicle.
I can completely understand your perspective on that, because when I'm driving an actual car in real life, you kind of, in a way, become one with the vehicle. You can kind of feel where all the tires are on the ground, you can feel how the body's rolling, and the better you are at that, and the more familiar you are with the capabilities of your own car, the better you can actually drive, especially at speed. And around here, driving at speed can sometimes be necessary, because the roads are crazy. We live in the mountains.
I've actually had somebody... So do I need to drive over to the...
Yeah, drive over to the little green rectangle that showed up on your HUD. Okay, so you've had somebody what now?
I've had somebody riding with me who is an experienced horseback rider.
Yeah?
And their comment about my driving was the way I shift in the seat and everything. If I actually got up on a horse, I'd be an excellent horsewoman.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes, I have. I've fallen off the back of a 16-hand horse flat onto my back onto asphalt.
Ow.
I was bruised from neck to butt for 2 weeks.